Hey, what's up guys? I'm really excited to show you the newest addition to my current studio setup, the Litemons LA150Bi continuous studio light from Godox. Now in today's video, we're going to be going over the light itself, why I chose the light, what it has to offer, and if I think it's a good deal for the money. Before we jump into it, my name is Caesar. For everybody who's new here, I'm an aspiring photographer who loves to travel, loves capturing moments, and just overall documenting life as it goes on. I'm very early into my content creation journey, so if that's something that resonates with you guys, I would really recommend subscribing to see where we take this channel. And if the content's something that you guys really like, hitting that like button helps me out a ton to grow the channel. And one more thing, I am going to be posting most of my photography and some other work onto my Instagram, so that's going to be linked below if you guys want to check that out. But with that out the way, let's get into the light. Now, when I first took the light out of the box, my first impression that it was clean, solid, and minimal. It's compact and sturdy, and it doesn't feel cheap at all. Godox has done a really good job with the build quality, and I know it's under their Litemons branding, which is a bit of a higher end than their regular lights, but it's still reasonably priced. Now the light does come with a light unit, a reflector, a power cable, and a few basic accessories. One thing to note is that it does not come with a case, so if you plan on traveling with this light, that's definitely something to take into consideration. Let's break down the name real quick. Now the LA stands for this specific series of lights. The 150 stands for the power class. In this case, it's 190 watts of output. And the bi means that it's a bi-color light, basically meaning that it could go either warmer or cooler between 2800 Kelvin and 6500 Kelvin. It has a max brightness of 66,600 lux, which is a solid output for interviews, talking head videos like this, or even studio portrait shoots. For context, lux is measured in lumens per square meter, and this is a great number to know when trying to set up your studio or any other project, as you'll know how much light you need for that specific area. In this small studio, I don't need that much lighting, so the 66,000 lux model was the perfect output. Now, there are a couple of variants that you should know about. There is a more powerful version, the LA200Bi, which is a 210 watt output at 96,000 lux, I believe. And there is also daylight variants of both of these. Now, the daylight variants are more power efficient and they are cheaper, but you're locked in at 5500 Kelvin without being able to switch it, but this does mimic basic outdoor sunlight. And here we're going to test the output of the light. I'm starting off with 5% just to see how it looks against its background wall. Now we've reached 25% output. Here we have 50% output. And finally we'll get to 100% output. Now this is the lowest degree Kelvin we could go, 2800. This one here is basic outdoor sunlight at 5500. And finally we have the highest Kelvin, 6500, with a tiny hint of blue in it. I did consider all of these models when purchasing my light, but to be honest, the bi-color was non-negotiable. I really wanted the ability to go warmer or cooler whenever I needed to, so the daylight ones were out of the way. And I did spend a lot of time researching different brands from Godox all the way to Aperture with their Amaran branding, Newer, and a couple of other different brands as well. What really sold me on the Litemons LA150Bi was the balance. Now, it gave me a pro-capable light without overspending or overcomplicating things. It's very beginner friendly, and like I mentioned, it's very pro-capable. I'm mostly going to be using it to shoot portraits, lifestyle content, talking head videos, and maybe some product photography as well. So this perfectly suits my need. Also, I did want a light that I could grow with, something that I'm happy with now and will be happy with a year or two down the line. And this one, for the price, checked all the boxes. Now let's talk about the actual light performance. This light is amazing. It has a CRI rating of 96 plus, which basically means it'll give you true to life colors, and that's especially important when it comes to skin tone. The user interface is very straightforward. It comes with 2 dials and 2 buttons, one dial for the brightness and one dial for the temperature. One of the buttons allows you to change the effects on this light, which I believe has 11 different effects. And the other button is for the Bluetooth settings so that you can control the light via the Godox app. It also comes with a universal Bowens mount, so it's compatible with a lot of different lighting modifiers. Now, the only one I've tried so far is the softbox that I have on it right now, but I'm sure it'd be able to handle everything else that I throw at it. One thing that I really like is that the fan is very quiet on this light. I have seen some reviews stating that some other lights have very loud fans. In this case, I can't even hear the fan. To be honest, sometimes when I'm gaming on my PC, the fans on there are way louder. I can't really hear anything right now. Now keep in mind, there is a couple of cons. Like I mentioned earlier, this does not come with a carrying case and it does not come with a softbox, which all adds up in price. Now, let me give you a quick disclaimer on the price. This light is set at $280 MSRP, but for the most part, you'll find it on Amazon for about $210, which for $210, I'm gonna buy it every time. I found a listing by Focus Camera on Amazon. Now, Focus Camera is a reputable website, so I trusted them. And given that it was going through Amazon and their easy return policy, I could have returned it easily. Now, Focus Camera had this listed at $150, which was absolutely crazy considering that's over $100 off MSRP. I thought it was a mistake, so I was a little bit skeptical of buying it, but I purchased it. It ends up that it was a brand new light and it was the one that I wanted, not used. Everything came out good. I went back onto Amazon and I saw that Focus Camera took off the listing. So I'm assuming it was either a mistake or they just needed to get rid of their last bit of inventory. That's what I imagine happened because that's super cheap for this light. In terms of the softbox, I paid $59.99. This is a small rig, 23-inch softbox. And I have not bought a carrying case for it, so that's not something I spent money on. So overall, I spent $210 before taxes on this total setup, whereas the light by itself costs $210. If you buy a cheaper end softbox like mine, it'll come out to around $270. And that's getting closer to the MSRP, which I think is still good because lights of this quality, you're going to be spending over $300. And yes, they do come with a carrying case and a softbox, but the light makes up for itself. And overall, I'm really happy with this light. It's really easy to use. It gives me the flexibility with the bicolor function. And I mean, with the ton of different accessories you can put on it with the universal Bowens mount, it's gonna fit my need for years to come. So if you're a beginner or even an intermediate content creator who's looking for a studio continuous light, this is definitely one that I would recommend. I want to thank you guys for sticking around until the end of the video. It really means a lot when you guys watch all the videos all the way through, especially putting in the time and effort to make all these. This content creation journey has really struck a chord in me creatively. It feels like I'm making a difference when I'm able to answer questions for you guys in the comments, and I really appreciate you guys interacting with some of my videos. If you guys want to see anything specifically like product recommendations, product comparisons, or reviews, send me a message or let me know in the comments. But other than that, I really appreciate you guys watching all the way through, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.